Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the co-owner and creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some key signs a securely attached person misses their ex. So before I dive into this, we are still doing our With You sale for 25% off of our 3, 6, and 12-month memberships. There's a link in the description box below, and it gives you access to all of the courses, all of our live webinars, and all of our attachment coach run social events with that video interaction, the ability to connect with everybody in there. And I will put a link in the description box below. So this is a really interesting one because we will see a really clear set of dynamics for how the securely attached person expresses missing their ex. Point number one, we will see the securely attached person usually express very directly. And this comes from the lack of fears and fear-based programs around vulnerability. So the securely attached person will sort of look at the situation and go, well, I'm really interested in the person still. I still have feelings. It's a lose-lose if I don't express anything and I just repress it. I feel bad about not doing something about it. And I obviously don't get to like re-engage in the relationship potentially. And at least there's a chance of some kind of win if I do express myself. So usually they will feel fearless enough to be able to have that conversation and take on that approach-oriented behavior because there isn't the fear of vulnerability. And they will also see their needs through. So if they see something promising, if they get a positive interaction back, they will tend to pursue and not be too afraid to pursue, irrespective of what the relationship dynamic was like. But then point number two here that we'll see really happen and play out next is they will be wanting to work on resolving the problems that existed. So they won't wait for a very long time from the point of like having a positive interaction to and expressing clearly, hey, I'd like to see, if this can work again. And then very soon after that, that will be followed up by, let's talk about what wasn't working. And let's talk about the different steps we can take to try to work this out. Now, a securely attached person, it doesn't mean that they express everything perfectly and they do everything perfectly and that they are the perfect human. They can still have like points of miscommunicating. They can have boundaries that they don't realize that they're overlooking by accident, of themselves or others. There can still be parts that can come up, but what you will see is that they're willing to address those things. They're willing to have the conversation. They're willing to do the work because they see that as the point of resolution. Just like if in your workplace, for example, there was a problem, and a machine stops working in your workplace or whatever it might be. What are you going to do? You have to go towards the problem, get really clear, like pull everything apart, see what the problem is, and then take steps or action to try to create a solution. And in order to do that, you have to get clear about what isn't working so you can get clear about what strategies you need in order to work something out. So you will see that as point number two of what they really action next. And then point number three is that if things are not working, if the other person isn't willing to do the work or show up, if the other person isn't willing to have those conversations and participate in that, the securely attached person will generally be confident enough in themselves and in the relationship to themselves, they will value enough that if they see that and they are taking themselves into consideration and going, I'm willing to do the work, I want to show up, I want to put in the effort, I'm willing to put the machine parts back together kind of thing, but then the other person's not participating, they can assess and see that, okay, what I'm getting right now, if I sort of like extrapolate that out into the future, chances are this is the pattern I'm going to continue to see. And then they will actually shut back down, and not in a way to punish the person or to be mean or rude or hurtful, but to recognize, okay, like this can't work because I'm the only one showing up here. And so they will set that more absolute boundary to really be able to allow themselves to move on and heal. And so these are some important components that we can all adopt if you are in a dynamic where you're thinking about reaching out to your ex, or if you're on the recipient end of being reached out to by an ex and you want to do something about it. These are some really good principles to follow, all the way from being direct, approach oriented, doing the work, to then also being able to have the wisdom to determine if you were the only person carrying the weight. And if that's the case, you can communicate that first, like, hey, I need you to really be doing this and this and see your needs through. But if that's the pattern and the dynamic that's pervasive, like the person doesn't go, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I missed that. I forgot about that part. I'll definitely participate. If you don't see the person come around, then you really have your answer there. You have your output. So hopefully this gives you a really good framework of steps to follow from this perspective, and sort of a relationship model to learn from, if that makes sense. Please let me know any questions you have in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching and for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're getting a lot of value out of this channel. And I will see you in the next video.